And we're rolling, rolling, rolling. Welcome back to the iLocale Caribbean Reality TV Experience. Here you get the Black Caribbean feminist academic perspective on reality TV. Like, comment, and subscribe, people. Let's get those numbers up. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for checking this out. And in this period, we're discussing Love Island Season 8. That's Love Island USA, not UK. I don't mess with UK at all, at all. I don't think it is for me. I don't see enough of myself in there. I don't see me. So yeah, no UK. Yeah, so we're on Love Island USA season 8 and we're on episode 9. We start off the episode with Sincere keeping his mad F-boy energy still. He pulls Mel and he's like, follow me, beloved. Like, jeez. Throw away the whole man. Throw away the whole man. So they have a chat. He like reassures her that she is what he wants, and he really downplays his connection with Saul. Like, is it me? But he said that they did not have a connection. What? Like, men will literally say, now listen, this is like in one villa. He's trying to like, according to him, balance these two women. Can you imagine what it's like when like those men be playing women like from vastly different like areas in the city? The things these men will say to keep you there. That's why I don't blame a lot of people when they're like, yeah, he has somebody else. It's just because these men will chat you up. These men will say whatever they have to say to keep you there. Keep Keep your eyes on them, women. Keep your eyes on them. Anyway, he really downplays this connection. Mel tries to stand on business. She's like, yeah, what do you want? It has to be like you're in this or whatever. She tries. But then he convinces her and she's like, yeah, one more chance. One more time. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, my girl. Anyway, so we have Corbin and Ananias speaking after that. Ananias taking care of somebody again. Corbin says Kenzie confuses him. I get the sense that Corbin is just like stuck there because he doesn't have like many options. I think Corbin is used to being like a lot wilder, but okay. Um, so we then have Zach who pulls Casey to have a chat about what's happening with Bryce and Kayda. I just love Casey's facial expressions. Casey's like, oh my God. But Zach is still on his bullshit. Zach is like, yeah, I don't think he's as happy with Trinity as he makes out. No, you're not happy with him with Trinity. But he is willing to die on that hill for his boy. Meanwhile, Casey is like, yeah, no, like he knows that is not going anywhere. But while they speak, you see Bryce passing by, like going to have the chat with Kayda, and of course, Zach is like very uncomfortable. Zach does not want to, he doesn't want any parts, no parts in this. Which is understandable. But Zach, you brought that on yourself. Please understand that. Anyway, meanwhile, Sincere lifts Melanie up and she declares, I got my man back! Oh God, Saul clearly like feels like shit with it. You know. Trinity chats with Zach and she again, like these black girls need to she's pouring into him. I seem so how do you feel? Like she completely forgets that she's supposed to be feeling away, whatever, but she always instinctively tries to take care of the person in front of her without like expecting to be taken care of. asking him how he feels. And I'm mad because sis, you're literally speaking to the ops. Like he does not want anything good for you. And she will never, until she leaves the house, she will never know that Zach was like not here for her. Meanwhile, Bryce is speaking to Kayda and real quick, and it's like, stop right here. And she friend zones him like without even batting an eyelash. She's like, nah, nah. No, bro. So Trinity tells Zach that she's really into Bryce. Like she really likes him. And Zach is like trying to die on that hill still. And he's like, yeah, if your type to a T came in, would you go that way? Because of course he's going to like eat that up and spit it back to Bryce, waiting for her to like say something that would like mess up Bryce and Trinity. And she's like, nah. But sis, you just don't know. When you leave this house, I hope you like cancel Zach because he is canceled for me. He is so low-key problematic and not many people will call him out on it. So the girls are getting ready. We have Kenzie crying about Corbin asking for kisses in the streets. Oh, yo. I don't get it. Kayda also tells the girls about Bryce, and of course, everybody is laughing at Bryce and his nonsense. Zach is a little anxious about this. I don't think he expresses how anxious he is about Bryce speaking with Kayda. But he comes to pull her up just to verify that she shut that shit down. Meanwhile, Mel calls sincere Christopher Columbus for exploring. He is more Christopher Columbus than you know, my girl. Like, ugh. Anyway, they go to bed, and Niall is like, y'all, She's looking at Mel and Sincere, and she's like, y'all get your shit together. It stinks over here. Y'all are toxic. Ah. So Bryce apologizes to Trinity, and Casey's like, yo, just worry about us. And I'm like, please do so. Stop, Anaya, stop fixing everybody's problems. Like, we don't need any more of that. Mel and Sincere, I don't know if they're doing bits or the whole like meal. Like, I can't figure out what's happening. But she's clearly trying to like keep him with the puss. Like, you know how women will try to use the thing just to hold on to the man. Like, sis, it's a lot of it out there, a lot of catfish out there. So there is nothing about yours that will keep him. So stop throwing yourselves at men, thinking that that is what is going to keep him around. Sex never saved nobody. Maybe it saves some people. Anyway, Kayda is trying to serve Zach, and I literally like see like Kayda like doing her thing on Zach, and Zach looked like a log. He was not moved. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Anyway, it's morning and folks are making breakfast and tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me who told Sincere it's a good idea to make two plates of breakfast. And it's like, yeah, I'm trying to balance the two. Even Caleb is like, maybe you should hide the one for Saul. Everybody knows it's a bad idea except Sincere because Sincere is balancing women. Sincere is in his Playboy bag and he is not letting up. Gabe does mention that he's more attracted to Jen. Like, we know Gabe, like, we know that shit. Mel chats with Kayda. She says she will give Sincere one more chance, and Kayda is like, bitch, wake up. One more chance, where? But Mel is like really stuck on Sincere, and she's really going to see it through to the absolute end. There's a really nice moment where Soul and Kenzie chat, and she opens up a bit to Kenzie, and it's really bothersome to me because you could see that she and Jen, Soul and Jen are being iced out, and she is really uncomfortable. Like nobody asked to be put in that position, to be a bombshell and have to do your thing. And she's literally like, the guys aren't even open to exploring, and since there's the only one that I can speak to. But she's really feeling down. And like, like Anaya and Trinity are usually the ones taking care of people, but they're just like, oh yeah, Mel is my girl. Like you can clearly see that shit happening, and it makes me uncomfortable. But I am really happy that Kenzie was doing the taking care of in that moment, and I'm happy that she was there for Soul. Yeah. Trinity and Bryce speak, and it's a little rough. She tells him how she really feels. Eventually, she ends up doing so. But then you see a moment of her, like you could see she doesn't feel amazing enough. Like she literally does not know how stunning she is because she's literally like, oh yeah, what if a brunette walks in? Um, that looks like Kayda. Just be bad. Just be your bad self. Because you're begging a garbage man to love you. Does that make sense to anybody? Like, he's not even good enough for you, like in my opinion. Um, so we have Corbin and Kenzie going for a chat. She tells him he has to be more open with his feelings. I mean, we do acknowledge, he does acknowledge, but that's neither here or there for me. Like the two of them bore me. Bryce and Zach, they squash their awkwardness, and that's kind of like all it is, like all the chats are happening. So we're down to our challenge, and we have Teffy and Sierra hosting. So we have something sweet, something naughty. You kiss somebody for the sweet stuff and pie for the naughty stuff. So I'm just going to pull out the highlights. We kick off with who is most likely to remember your coffee order? Kenzie goes to Caleb. Caleb lifts her. Da, 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 they kiss. Um, Sierra gets this that has this like really like a blackety blacky black 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 moment. Um, Casey picks Sanaya, he picks her up or whatever, but he always like says like this really good like sweet things about Anaya. Sierra is in. Sierra is her first. She's like, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That was a high key blatant like black shit high five, and I'm here for it. So we come to the problematic thing that of course we have to speak about. Soul being pied twice, and that is just like what we see on camera because clearly she says, why did they pie me so many times? And clearly editing cut out a lot of it. And she was clearly marked. Okay. And I was pissed the F off for her. And it's because like that's some weak shit. Like there are so many people you can pie. But she clearly has been pegged as like weak or whatever, or like easy to pick on. And nobody was thinking, okay, but how will she feel if we pie her like a million times? So with the last time they pied her, they were like, who is most likely to break girl or guy code? And Zach comes over. She covers her face and like when he's done, she like flicks the pie off angrily and she walks away. She's crying and I feel for her. Like that was really effed up and she doesn't deserve to be treated like that. She's literally like talking to Sinsen. Sinsen's filling her head, like giving her like all the feels, like making her feel like eventually there will be something and openly exploring. And for her to be picked on like that, I really felt well. And you could see like from morning, she was already having a horrible day. Like they're not treating her well in this house. And I think do better, do better. I am very disappointed. in everybody in the house, both the girls and the guys. Mm. So the funny thing that came out of it was Gabe thinking that he would have been chosen for who is most likely to tell you how spinach in your teeth because he literally wants to be told that he's like this good guy and he sees Bear come out. So he thinks, of course, if Bear comes out for this, that he's the one who's going to be kissed and she kisses Caleb. This he was so mad. That shit was funny. So anyway, the game ends. Casey asked her if she would want to chat later. Like, he's really sweet. And I do think that he's attracted to her. We will see if he will ever explore that. Mel tells Sincere she wants to go talk to Saul. She feels bad for her. Sincere's like, nah, I don't want my two women talking. Well, he didn't say that, but that's exactly what he was thinking. So then we have Sincere and Gabe having a chat, and Gabe complains about Bea not choosing him, and like, boy, bye. Gabe is so disgusting, eh? I don't like him at all. Okay, so Bea and Gabe eventually have a chat, and he's telling her, well, he was more so bothered by her speech, and she's confused, like, huh? Okay. She's genuinely confused. But they have a good chat. So it's nighttime. Gabe is still mad. Now something interesting happens, like while they prep for like the evening stuff. So despite knowing how Soul had been treated, and how she must have been feeling, Caleb legit looks at Sincere and asks him if Soul's reaction and her emotions scare him. I was like, what? Like prejudice flag? Like, go so. Go so, Caleb, with your nonsense. Because I want to ask him, does Kenzie crying over Corbin asking for kisses scare you? Like, why would that scare him that she would have genuine emotions with your country bumpkin go so? I was not here for it. Anyway, we move on from that. Corbin and Caleb have a chat later. They're about may the best man win. Mel continues to speak on how stuck she is on Sincere. And of course, editing is highlighting that because they know what's going to go down later. Sincere pulled Saul into the speakeasy, and I really like, I'm like, please kick him. And we know she won't because I feel like also Sincere is like a safe space, soft space, for her in the house, considering how she's been treated. He does make her feel better at least. He's like, yeah, you're amazing. You're so beautiful. You're strong or whatever. And yeah, she feels better. Okay. Anyway, we have Jen speaking to Zach, and she says something interesting. So, like, yeah, I'm always like into language, and then I will always pull out like those important utterances. So she says, Gabe is not somebody she would talk to in real life. The wording was quite off-putting for me because people have expressed this before and they would say like, yeah, he's not somebody I would customarily go for, or he's not in my usual type. Sis said he is not somebody I would talk to in real life. Thanks for letting us know how you exist in this world, Jan. Anyway, Gabe and Bea chat, they make up, they kiss and whatever. They come to an understanding. And then we come to our recoupling. And what does America do? The messy stuff that we expected them to do. So we have Caleb gets Kenzie. And of course, Ella is not on cloud 10. Love Island is on cloud 2010 because they can't wait for this couple and they're going to be boosting them as much as possible. Jen is paired with Gabe, and Soul, of course, is matched with Sincere. Everybody knows it's coming. Mel knows it's coming. Sincere, does he feel bad? I don't know. We'll find out. But Kenzie looked real cheesed. Like she was holding it in and she can't wait. She can't wait. But kudos to Mel for keeping it together. I was really proud of her. She like held it in. Yeah, she was crying, but she's like, nah, like I'll be fine. So now we have Corbin, Bea, and Melanie who are single, and Ariana says, well, yeah, like Corbin now gets to choose somebody, and we know, of course, he was already interested in Melanie. So we lose Bea. Moment of silence for Bea. Bea is so amazing. And even Ariana, before leaving, ensured that she gave Bea her flowers. And how this girl shows up in the world, how Bea shows up in the world, it is absolutely amazing. Because disability, where? This girl is more able than so many of us, and I'm so proud of her and her strength. I mean, I'm concerned about like the way she used humor to kind of like help her through navigating the world, and we know how cruel the world can be, but I wish at some point she will not lean on it that much and just exist, you know? But she is amazing, and you could see how amazing she is because the whole house is broken up, particularly the girls. Kayda is literally breaking down. And we're really sad to see her go. Gabe was actually really sad, and he pulled her, gave her flowers or whatever. She is hoping that when they leave, when Gabe finally leaves, that Gabe finds her, but I have my doubts, but we had a good time with Bea. I will miss how real she is. I know a lot of people did not appreciate like how real she is. She will tell you what she's thinking. Straight up and to the point, we need more people like that in the world because so many people sneak. They have their thoughts, and then instead of like expressing it, they start like physically expressing it, like they do shit to you, instead of letting you know how they actually feel. Yeah, so thank you, Bea, for blessing us with your presence, and we wish you luck in the future. Come get your crown. You're a queen, and good luck. All right, folks. So this is it for our episode. It was a good one, very long. I hope Soul begins to feel better. Let me know how you feel about Soul finally getting together with Sincere. Are you excited? Are you more concerned for Mel more than anything else? And yeah, see you in the next episode. Enjoy your weekend.